Okay, I'm legitimately excited for this one. A brand new Toxic Crusaders video game coming out in 2023. Is this property finally going to have justice served in the form of a video game that's actually good? From what I've seen so far, I think it's quite possibly a yes. This looks sick. Coming off the backs of other retro-inspired beat 'em ups like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, Streets of Rage 4, I say bring it. Bring more of these beat 'em ups. Yes, this is a beat 'em up and it looks awesome. We're going to be taking a look at the trailer, some screenshots, all the information, and some of the things I noticed in this video. But first off, shout out to Bubblegum Waifu for tagging me on Twitter on that post as, hey, I'm not always in the know on everything, even things that I'd be extremely interested in like this. So I appreciate the heads up. I always welcome it. Let me know. Is there something interesting out there that you think I would be interested in, or is it just something, weird to talk about? Yeah, tag me, send me a message, whatever. But I've been a Toxic Avenger fan, Toxic Crusaders fan since way back. Toxic Crusaders was a animated series from way back in 1991, I believe is when it first came out. And that's what this game is based off of. It looks like the cartoon here. So you got a bunch of characters. And you can wish list it now on Steam, but from what I understand, it's also going to be available on all the consoles and whatnot. And I believe the price is supposed to be $25, and it comes out later this year. I'm down in it. I can't wait. I mean, you got a lot of classic characters here and whatnot. But let's take a look at the Steam listing and take a gander at the the information they got here, the little video. Let's play the video real quick. Blow that up as well. So this is from Retroware. I believe they used to be Screenwave Media Games. So if you're familiar with that company, they'd also put out the Angry Video Game Nerd video game, which there's a physical version of that for the Switch. I bought it from them directly. If you like that kind of game, or a fan of AVGN, highly recommend it. There's a physical copy up on Amazon now. But here you go. You got a bunch of the classic characters. I think there's supposed to be 7 playable characters. 4-player co-op. All trauma-inspired stages. So, Tromaville, New Jersey. Which I always found that funny. I grew up and I was, born and raised in New Jersey. And essentially, New Jersey's toxic waste capital of the U.S. So, for all this to be taking place there, I thought was... kind of hilarious, And then, as a youngster, moved to California. And if you weren't, California is the freaking number 2 toxic waste, capital of the USA. So, and then Pennsylvania is number 3, if you didn't know. But there was a little trailer. They do have some screenshots. Let me blow this up. But there we go. So, obviously, you got Toxie, which... in the cartoon, his name was Melvin before he became, the Toxic Avenger. Yeah, a little dorky dude, kind of like Napoleon Dynamite. And he essentially turns into the, into the Toxic Avenger when these like popular kids they try to prank him or whatever. Like, he's just a little dork. They prank him. He runs off, falls into like some toxic waste barrel, and now he's he's Toxie now with his mop. He's got, superhuman strength and whatnot. Yeah. He's got, the other Crusaders along with him. I see they got No Zone up there. Let me scroll to the next one. Okay, No Zone in a few images here. But No Zone, he was like a stunt pilot that crashed into, like, it's all just outrageous, ridiculous stuff. He was a stunt pilot who crashed into like a silo that had, I don't even know why. I can't remember if it was explained what the reason for there to be radioactive peppers in a silo. But he crashed into it. His nose got all big. He's got blue skin, and part of his plane got fused to his leg. So he has like a landing gear wheel or whatever. That's his leg, right? I don't know if they show any other characters here. So you're gonna be fighting against the typical bad guys from the animated series, like Dr. Killamoff there, and then the green, fat, slobby looking dude. I believe his name's Psycho. That's his assistant. But let's move on. See if we got any other characters shown here. So Yvonne. She's kind of funny. In the cartoon, Toxie saves her. She's getting like robbed in a junkyard type thing. She's a very obnoxious musician. She's horrible. She plays like the accordion and sings. She's annoying. And he saves her when she's getting robbed for her accordion. And it's funny because she can't see very well. and she loses her contacts or glasses or something. And when she first sees Toxie, she's like, "Man, you're handsome." And Toxie's like, "Oh, hell yeah!" Right. So then you got Junkyard as well, one of the 7 playable characters. Obviously, he's a fused dog and human guy, together. A lot of these characters, they were involved in some kind of accident and fused with something. Anybody else here? The one thing I do like is all the enemies. You got their health bars, little icon. And it looks like you build up a toxic meter or something for a special. So that's cool. It says development build at the bottom. Didn't notice that earlier. And then little cutscenes here. So the cutscenes, they're supposed to be like motion comics, so not fully animated, but you have a couple more characters here that you could play as, or actually, this is all of them here, but you could barely see them. I'll see if we could find a better picture. But you have Headbanger, which is 2 characters fused together. Fender is the surfer dude looking guy, and then the green guy you could barely see is Dr. Bender. He's like a mad scientist, so conflicting personalities there. Then this lady right here with the pearl necklace looking thing or earrings, I'm not sure what that exactly is in this image, but that's Miss Junko. That's Toxie's mom. And then on the right, you have Major Disaster. So he's another playable character. I think they showed him, but here you go. Some more images. I love this pixel art, man. There's Major Disaster. He was like a soldier, and he could control plants and like trees and stuff. I don't know, like vegetation. He fell in a swamp, in a toxic swamp during like a training mission. He's a soldier. Yeah, all these different accidents, these guys became mutants. So there's him. I don't think they show any of the other ones, but yeah, so far this is looking real cool. Is this the last image? No, I think that one is there. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. But let's take a quick look at what they say down here. So I'm not going to read all this stuff, but yeah, you're going up against Dr. Killamoff and his plans for global pollution. So it was like, man, hey, fighting against global pollution, that was a big thing back in the early 90s, right? You had Captain Planet, you had the Toxic Crusaders. I'd go for the Toxic Crusaders. I wish the animated, cartoon would have lasted longer, but hey, it is what it is. So 7 playable characters: Toxie, No Zone, Junkyard, Major Disaster, Headbanger, and for the first time play as Toxie's musically gifted girlfriend Yvonne and the mother of all mothers, Ms. Junko, Toxie's mom. You're going to be battling across 7 disgusting levels rendered in beautiful full-color pixel art as you defend Tromaville from hordes of radiation rangers, mutated thugs, and zombie chickens. I think it's kind of neat what they're doing here in the next section. So straight out of Tromaville, take a deep breath and dive deep into an action-packed, pun-filled adventure that drags you kicking and screaming through the wonderful world of Troma. So this is not just going to be like Toxic Crusaders stuff. There's going to be other Tromaville classics incorporated into it, so as like cameos or little things like that. So cameos from gore-filled classics such as Class of Nukem High, Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead, and Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD, all reimagined in that Saturday morning cartoon style of the Toxic Crusaders. I think that's going to be kind of cool, taking other Troma Entertainment franchises and incorporating them into this game. 7 levels, it may be a short one. I'm kind of hoping the length of the stages is decent. Not too long, but not too short. But for $25, I mean, hey, it's not a crazy expensive game, so I'm looking forward to it. But there you go, triumphant return of Toxic Crusaders, pulse pounding beat 'em up action for up to 4. I don't think this is online. Is the one thing. So I haven't seen anything saying that it's online. So 7 playable characters, unique moves and powers, 7 stages from taking you from the streets of Tromaville to planet Smogula and beyond, and then those surprise cameos. But there you go, the Toxic Crusaders. I can't wait. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you hanging with me on this one. Yeah, I'm into it, man. I can't wait. I wish there was more classic beat 'em ups from some old school franchises and whatnot. That would be cool. But this one, yeah, can't wait. Appreciate y'all. Bye.